History with Larry.
All right, Larry, you got a history time for us, huh?
I did. I almost forgot.
Yes, I do.
I got busy painting.
I was looking at history just in case, and I was like, it's not history time with Larry, but my story, you knew.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
That's an interesting story, too. We should do that next week.
That's a quick
good
one, though.
Yeah, it is, but
yeah.
kind of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, this week it's about somebody who's really probably not well known. Some circles he is, but
Abraham Lincoln?
No.
Okay.
You probably would never heard of him.
Okay.
So, but because you don't like to hike.
I do not really.
Hey, I do.
Yeah, and what about a long distance hike? Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, well, isn't that what a hike is?
Yeah.
They're not all long distance.
Like
How do you have a short distance hike? That's like going to the mailbox is not a hike.
like the Appalachian Trail.
Is that a long distance hike?
That is a long
distance.
Yeah.
Well, what's a short distance hike?
It's nearly 2,200 miles.
Oh, the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Whoa, who's dumb enough to do that?
Well, we're going to talk about that. But back in the day, most people thought that a through hike is where you just go all the way. You don't break it up.
Right.
So most people, when they hike the Appalachian Trail now, they'll do sections and then they'll come back the next season or whatever and then hike further.
Okay, sure.
At the time when it was first open, back in the late 30s, early 40s, people thought it was impossible to do a through hike of the entire trail. At that time, it was only 2,050 miles.
It grew. Wow.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
And so people thought 2,050 miles was a lot to hike at one time?
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well, it kind of is.
It's a long, yeah. It is.
Okay.
But our story is not about the Appalachian Trail.
Oh.
And it's about a man named Earl Sheffer, Shaffer.
Sheffer, like a pfeffer?
Yeah. He was a soldier in World War II.
Kind of like related to my family, maybe.
Maybe.
Scheffler?
No, just Sheffer.
Sheffer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds German.
Maybe. I don't know. He's from Pennsylvania, so maybe Pennsylvania Dutch.
Could be.
Maybe. Anyway, he had not a high school, but a childhood friend. They both were in the service together as well. And during the service, they talked about when they got home, they were going to hike the Appalachian Trail. But his friend, Walter Weinmiller, he didn't make it. He died in the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
So when Earl got home, of course, he was depressed and struggled with the effects of the war and all that and what to do with life. And he decided, you know what? We talked about hiking the trail. I'm going to hike the trail. So he got his stuff together. And in 1948, he set out. He flew down, or not flew, but maybe he flew. I doubt it.
He got down.
He got down somehow to Mount Oglethorpe in Georgia.
Oglethorpe.
Which at that point was the southernmost start of the Appalachian Trail.
Okay, gotcha.
Wow.
Sure.
And for the next 4 months, he hiked.
Wow.
All the way up to Mount
Vesuvius?
Haddon, however you say it.
Sure.
Kata.
And there's no fast food places along the trail.
No, and then back in those days, there were no maps of the trail, no guides.
What are you talking about? No maps?
He had to buy at local stores like road maps, and it had kind of a rough outline of the trail. And so he got lost a lot.
I'm going to guess that happened a good bit, yes.
And had to backtrack. But 4 months later, he made it to the end of the trail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not where our story ends, though.
Oh, it's not the end of the story.
So in 1965,
okay.
he decided
It took him that long?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just 4 months. But in 1965, he decided he would start at the northernmost part and hike all the way back down.
Yeah, why not?
That should be easier going downhill.
Yeah, because he's going downhill.
He's going downhill.
So he hiked it going up and hiked it back going down.
Okay.
These are through hikes, though. He didn't break it up.
So he camped and all that. And
Yep. Now, it gets even better.
Ooh, the suspense.
On the 50th anniversary, so this would be in 1998, he became the oldest man to hike the trail, do a through hike again. So this is his third time.
Did he start in the middle?
No.
Okay.
So he was the oldest man to hike at that time, 1998. He was 79 years old.
I know.
just over 2,000 miles.
Yeah, no, good for Sheffer.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
But yeah, and he died at 83.
Hiking?
Well, no, he was born in 1918, November 8th, 1918, in York, Pennsylvania, and he died May 5th of 2002.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good
yeah.
long life, man.
But
See what hiking will do, man. It'll make you live a long time.
So hiked it 3 times.
As long as you don't get lost.
That's just amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is a lot.
Have you ever hiked it?
No. Andrew started to do no, it wasn't the Appalachian Trail. It was another trail near it.
We started too. We lasted about like 100 feet.
Well, I should take that back. We did hike like a couple of miles, a portion of the trail in North Carolina.
Well, we know the maybe I shouldn't say their name, but
they do parts of it. Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to end up doing the whole thing eventually,
right?
But they do parts every year, and eventually we'll go through the whole thing.
Yeah, they have his original boots that he did in a museum for the Scheffler. So
that's disgusting.
Well, yeah,
Why would you want this? I guess his boots. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and he also kept a journal. One of the things that he took on the original thing was his journal. Mm-hmm. He actually, when he started off on the hike, he realized the tent was too heavy. Okay. So this was in 1948, so they didn't have all the high-tech equipment.
Right.
He actually mailed the tent home because he didn't. He's like,
oh wow,
it's too heavy, and he slept on either the ground, hammock, or raincoat, whatever, because he wanted to keep the load light.
Yeah, no kidding. And, it probably had a canvas tent or something, huh?
Yeah, so it would have been pretty heavy.
Yes.
But he did keep a journal, and he took lots of notes. He wanted to be able to prove that he actually did the trail. And so it was quite an amazing feat.
Oh, well, cool.
And then to do it at 79.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
So
impressive.
One day I'd like to do at least part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you're 79?
Before I'm 79.
Well, you got to get on that.
I know. It's getting up there.
Yeah, it's you're getting closer and closer every day. So. Well,
thanks for that painful reminder.
Well, yeah, we all are getting closer to that day. So, all right, Joshua, why don't you go ahead and get us out of this segment?